You want first place? Come play with me. You want second? Go somewhere else. That wasn't just trash talk. That was Kobe Bryant's mindset. And if you've ever wanted to know what separates the good from the truly legendary, this video is going to show you, not through hype, not through highlight reels, but by understanding how one man lived with so much intensity, so much focus, that even pain, injury, failure, and isolation couldn't stop him. Whether you're chasing greatness in sports, business, art, or just life, the way Kobe trained, prepared, and thought can teach you everything. This isn't about talent. This is about obsession, and how far you're willing to go to be your absolute best. Most people say they want to win. Kobe Bryant didn't just want it, he built his life around it. From the time he was a kid, watching Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson dominate the game, he didn't just admire them, he studied them, and he asked the question most people never do: can I get to that level? I don't know, but let's find out. That one question became the fuel for everything that followed. It turned games into study sessions, failures into blueprints, and obstacles into fuel. This video breaks down the core of Kobe's mindset, how he thought, how he worked, how he made decisions, and how he kept showing up, even when the world counted him out. We'll talk about discipline, sacrifice, injury, obsession, and how Kobe saw pressure not as a problem, but as the proof that you were in the right place. If you're trying to build something great, if you're chasing something that requires your full attention, then this is for you. Because what Kobe did wasn't magic. It was method, and that method is something you can use. 1. Obsession beats talent. Kobe knew he wasn't the fastest. He didn't have the highest jump. His hands weren't freakishly big. But none of that mattered. Because he didn't rely on natural gifts, he built his game through obsession. Every single day, for 20 years, he trained, studied, adjusted. If his vertical wasn't elite, he'd strengthen his hands, sharpen his footwork, master the angles. He didn't wait for an edge. He created one. And that's the first lesson. You don't have to be the most gifted. You just have to be the most committed. The world becomes your classroom when you're serious about your craft. When you know exactly what you want to become, every moment becomes an opportunity to get better. Kobe didn't kinda want it. He lived it. He looked at the game from every angle: physical, mental, strategic. He studied tape, adjusted his workouts, built custom routines to suit an 82-game season. It was never about comfort. It was always about excellence. 2. Pressure reveals who you are. Kobe once airballed 4 shots in a row. Big moment, big game, and he came up short. Most players would have let that break them, but not Kobe. He didn't sulk. He didn't blame. He didn't hide. He said, "I didn't have the legs. The high school season was shorter. I wasn't used to this." Then he fixed it. He changed his training, rebuilt his body, so the next time that moment came, he'd be ready. That's the difference. Greatness isn't about avoiding mistakes. It's about responding to them. And it's not personal. It's practical. Feel embarrassed. Get over yourself. Feel like people are judging you. They probably are. So what? You're not here to protect your image. You're here to win. That's what pressure does. It shows you where the gaps are, and gives you a choice. You can retreat, or you can rebuild. You can explain, or you can evolve. Kobe chose to evolve. Every single time. 3. Isolation is part of the price. When Kobe locked in, everything else faded. Friends, family, Vacations, all of that took a back seat to the game. Why? Because he didn't want to retire with regret. He didn't want to wonder what could have been. He wanted to give the game everything he had, so when it was time to walk away, it would be his choice. This came at a cost. Relationships suffered. Time was lost, but the people who truly knew him understood, this was his path, and that's something anyone chasing greatness has to accept. You can't do what everyone else does and expect different results. You won't always be understood. You won't always be liked. You'll miss out on comfort, distractions, and normal life. But what you build in return, that's yours. Forever, Kobe made peace with the price, and because of that, he gave the game everything. And the game gave him legacy. 4. Injury doesn't end you. One of the most iconic moments in Kobe's career wasn't a buzzer beater or a championship. It was when he tore his Achilles. Most players would have stayed down. He stood up, walked to the free throw line, hit 2 shots, then walked off the court on his own terms. Why? Because pain wasn't going to define him. Because setting an example, for his teammates, his kids, for himself, mattered more than how it felt in that moment. He didn't say, "This is it." He said, "This won't stop me." In that moment, he wasn't just a player, he was a leader. A father. A competitor. You don't control when setbacks hit, but you do control how you respond. And the people who rise, they don't wait to feel ready. They just decide, this is not how my story ends. 5. Apply the Mamba mentality to your life. Kobe's mindset wasn't just about basketball, it was about everything. Whether he was training, building a studio, or making investment decisions, he approached each one with the same intensity. He asked simple questions. Do I understand what I'm walking into? Can I help? Are the people I'm working with obsessed like I am? Is there something here that challenges me? If the answer was yes, he leaned in. He didn't want easy wins. He wanted meaningful ones, and that's the final takeaway. Whatever you're building, a business, a career, a skill, a family, you have to go all in, not just when it's exciting, but especially when it's not. Surround yourself with people who challenge themselves. Look for projects that scare you. Seek out the moments where you're unsure, because that's where growth is. Mamba mentality isn't about being perfect, it's about never settling. Ever. You don't have to be Kobe Bryant to learn from Kobe Bryant. He was human, just like you. What made him different was how he chose to think, train, and show up. You don't need to be a professional athlete. You just need to stop chasing approval and start chasing mastery. You need to stop making excuses and start making adjustments. Your goals deserve your full attention. Your future deserves your full energy. If you're serious about building something lasting, adopt the mindset. Not the stats, not the fame, the focus. Because that's what greatness really is, doing the work every single day, especially when no one's watching. If this video helped shift your mindset, drop Mamba mentality in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, especially if you're on a mission to be your best in whatever lane you're in. This channel is about more than motivation. It's about mindset, execution, and ownership. So show up with purpose, stay focused, and remember, the standard is excellence. I'll see you in the next one.